I'm someone who thinks that if a meal does not have some spicy element, it's not complete. My family doesn't feel the same, so that leaves me with hot sauces. I've had a lot of questions about hot sauces that I use, that I recommend, what I use them for. Today I'm breaking down all the stuff that I save room for in my kitchen and the ways that I use it. Start off with some of the basics. These are staples. You recognize all of these, I'm sure. Frank's Red Hot, smoked Tabasco, Cholula, Crystal hot sauce, and then the Rooster bottle of sriracha. So if any of these is a staple for you, I'm going to show you some alternatives that may give you a little more variety and something else to try. We're going to start off real simple. Crystal hot sauce and Frank's Red Hot. These are fairly similar. This one's a little more liquid. I use this one for like chowders, soups, as a condiment like that. Frank's Red Hot, I use this a lot in making sauces, especially buffalo sauce. If you want buffalo sauce but have a dairy sensitivity, you can't do it the traditional way with butter and seasonings, etc. I like Noble Made products as another option. They do have like starches and gums in it, but only because they're trying to replicate a buffalo sauce. In this instance, I think that it's a fair trade, and it's a super tasty sauce. We use this one a lot. We'll just order chicken wings sometimes plain somewhere else, and we add on this sauce ourselves. Cholula is a longtime favorite of mine. I like this, and I like Tapatio. I go between the two of those. They're just classic Mexican hot sauces. Great on any kind of Mexican dish. If you like these sauces, some to try. Yellowbird makes some of the best hot sauces in the world. Real food ingredients. I mean, carrots, onions, habanero peppers. I mean, nothing weird in here. Just, sweetened with tangerine juice. I use these a lot for tacos, burritos, on top of nachos. It's a very classic hot sauce flavor. My kids actually really like the Serrano, and they are not very brave, and so this is a good spice level for them, and it's super tasty. Yellowbird kind of did us dirty on this one because this sauce is punishing and it is so tasty. A lot of like really spicy things is just like spice, but this is like flavor, and I just want to pour it all over my food, and I pay for it, but it's a price that I'm willing to pay. Another alternative, Truff just came out with their jalapeno lime sauce. This is very, very tasty, super addictive. I mean, it has that jalapeno, that lime. It's a very familiar flavor, and then you get this extra from the truffle in there. If you're looking to do something just a little different, a little special, so delicious, definitely worth trying. Smoked Tabasco sauce. It's a chipotle flavor, but it is a flavor of its own. It's not just spice that sits in the background. So you use this when you know for sure you want a smoky flavor. I use this a lot in barbecue. I'll mix it in with barbecue sauce and then brush grilled chicken with it. I'll just put it on top of hamburgers, hot dogs. It's really, really tasty, but it does have its own flavor. So if you are looking for a sauce that brings flavor, I have a couple more Truff hot sauces here. The white truffle and their regular flagship black truffle. I go through this stuff quite a bit. The white truffle sauce is more expensive. This was gifted to me, but I love it. It's super tasty and worth swapping in. I'll use these a lot in soups, like creamy soups. I'll use it as a condiment for pork rinds, actually. Epic Provisions, they have these baked pork rinds, and I will just drizzle a little bit of this over each of my pork rinds and eat it. It's so tasty. So if truffle is not a flavor that you care for, this is a fantastic hot sauce. This is made locally here in Raleigh. I actually bought my first bottle at a farmer's market. I've bought my second, third, and fourth bottles just on Amazon, where you can get it as well. It has a flavor of its own, but it's also very versatile. It's a bit more sweet. The heat level is perfect, and I can add a lot of this before it becomes overwhelming, which I like to do because it is one of the most delicious hot sauces you will find out there. Of course, everybody's favorite, the rooster, this sriracha. I mean, it's a cultural phenomenon. This is one of the most popular hot sauces on the planet, and for good reason. If you want to try something new, Yellowbird also makes a sriracha, and honestly, flavor-wise, I prefer this. This one just has a sweetness and a uniqueness to it that I just love. For use, I would just use this. Anytime you use this, just try swapping it out and see what you think. It's just really one of my favorites. Yellowbird makes great sauces, just all around. This is not so much a replacement, but it's within the same wheelhouse. You can just use this hot sauce and dip in it. A lot of people do, but it's great added to like pho or ramen or things like that. Gochujang is a new one for me. This is a hot pepper paste, so it's not like a sauce that you would just pour over top of something. You use this a lot in recipes and to make dipping sauces. It does have rice in it, so if you have an issue with grain, this one is not gonna work for you, but very tasty, little sweet, has just a great flavor. Used a lot in Korean dishes. If you're making like bulgogi or something like that and you want it to be a little spicy, you'll add a little bit of this. Another spicy condiment option that's gaining a lot of popularity and I love so much is chili crisp. I actually make a chipotle chickpea chili crisp that is my personal favorite. I ate it all and don't have any to show you, but I will link the recipe below. You can check it out. It's superb. But for store-bought versions, Fly by Jing, their Szechuan chili crisp, this is something special. I really enjoy this. If you are unfamiliar with the Szechuan peppercorn, it's like spicy, but also has kind of this fumy, cooling sensation. It's really phenomenal, and this is really fun to eat. Momofuku, their chili crunch. I like this one because it's not crazy spicy and it has a little bit of sweetness. So this one I use a lot for I'm just like producing so much saliva here in my mouth as I talk about chili crisp and food I want to put it on. I'm just like so hungry. All right. So I use these a lot for, of course, you know, like ramen, pho, Asian soups, but I also just love the texture that it adds for, you know, hot dogs, sandwiches, salads. It's actually killer on salads. Chili oil is also another option. My brother gifted this one to me. He got it on a trip to Italy. I love the flavor that this brings to like pizza as the base of my pizza sauce. Like lay that down before adding on pizza sauce and it's just stellar. And of course, this one, which was a gift from my brother-in-law, and I primarily use this one as a dare or a joke because it is so spicy. This is arbol chilies, and this is the spiciest thing that I think I've ever eaten. If you really love to bring the heat, arbol chilies, I dare you. I dare you. Now I'm using this as a dare against you. And of course, my actual literal favorite of all time, Jeow. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this is like a Laotian / Cambodian spicy lime dipping sauce. I have the recipe for it. I'll link that below. This I use for everything. I put it on rice. I put it on steak. I put it on salad. I just use it as like a salad dressing. The flavor that this has is, in my mind, the greatest flavor combination in the world. You have to make it. In my recipe, it has different levels. You know, how much chili you will add for each level depending on what you want. You know, if you're a little worried, start small. Even if you leave the chilies out, the rest of the flavor is definitely worth having on hand and using it all the time. I cannot say enough how much I love this sauce. So these ones are my favorites, but I would love to hear from you about it. Have you tried some of these? Did you like them? Did you not? Are there some that I don't have represented here that you think that I should try? I want to try your favorite hot sauce. I'm talking about the one that you reach for all the time. Let me know in the comments below what it is and what you think. Try these with somebody that you care about and catch us next time.